All right, so I may have told a little bit of a fib in my last video about Bill Maher and Hailey Welch. I am going to cover just a little bit more because I missed two specific clips that, honestly, I'd be doing you guys a disservice by not showing you them. So I'm just going to play them.
So many things. Now that you're the it girl.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard that term? The it girl?
Yeah, by Jason Derulo.
Oh, he has a song?
Yeah.
Oh. Who do you listen to?
Oh.
I don't know. I like country music. Do you like?
I don't think he knows who Jason Derulo is.
Yeah, I do.
Do you?
Well, some. Like any music, I like the good parts and not the bad parts.
Yeah, fair.
I like, I could name lots of country. I love Brooks and Dunn. Remember them?
Mm-hmm.
Were they before
Love
your
Brooks and
time?
Dunn.
Okay.
You like Keith Whitley?
Never heard of him. Put your mouth back.
Sorry.
Oh, that was uncomfortable.
He's gonna start another meme.
Probably.
They're gonna blame it on me.
A whole bag of peckers in my mouth.
Oh, God. She said it even funnier than it could have been said. A whole bag of peckers in my mouth.
Right. And again,
yes.
you need to move past
Haley.
that, Haley.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a fan.
Trust me.
I'll try to keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, just listen to me.
Please don't. Don't listen to him. Please listen to anybody but him.
What are we talking about? What did I just ask you?
Yeah, because you're too horned up and you're just thinking, oh.
Country music. Who else do you like?
What about Taylor Swift?
I like Taylor Swift.
You do?
I do.
I liked her more when she was country.
I do too. I really liked her when I was younger growing up.
Sparks
Loved
Fly.
it.
I love that. You know that song?
Yeah. Do you really like that song?
I love it. Would I have name checked it if I didn't?
I bet you sitting here high as hell and you just mind your business listening to Sparks Fly, don't you? I do it.
It's happened. I mean, I don't think I put it on purposely to like commune with it, but it's in my playlist. I love it. I mean, I don't know. Look, I'm sure she's a lovely person, but the whole thing with the football player, I just felt like 35 was a little old to be like, my boyfriend's a football player, and I wear his jersey to the game with his number on it.
What?
Right? I mean, come on.
Dude, you really... It's because you still apparently are functioning in high school.
Makes her happy.
No, of course.
If that's what she wants to do and it makes her happy, go on. It ain't got nothing to do with me.
I know. He's going to dump her, though. You know that.
No, I'm going to be a Travis Kelce hater.
I mean, with her, it's like the Gatorade at the Super Bowl. You know you're going to get dumped. You just don't know when.
But you got to think about it this way. If he does that, can you imagine the next album we're going to get off of that?
Yes, I can.
It won't be Fuck John Mayer no more. It'll be Fuck Travis.
That was a long time ago.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Is she still singing about that?
No, it's just her old music.
Right, but her tour...
That's why they do it, like with the Eras, I think. I mean, even I got that.
Was the Eras tour, and it was like a recapitulation of all her...
Old music.
Right, so it must have had the songs about all the people that she wrote songs about.
No, you got a point. I feel tacky
hit.
singing about my ex-boyfriend.
I think it's very
like years
tacky.
later.
I think it's very tacky.
I've been thinking about it, like, damn, didn't I forget him?
Yeah. I mean, you can't control what the muse dictates to you. I mean, she's a songwriter. I mean, what's in her mind? What's...
Well, I mean, if the song is good, then the song is good. You think that Jolene is still living rent-free in Dolly Parton's head?
Coursing through her emotions, of course. It was breakup stuff, so she's going to write songs. I can't fault her for that.
When she comes on in the car, ooh-wee.
But it does seem like such a recurrent theme that at some
There's a bunch of guys that also deep down inside went,
point you just want to say, maybe you should write a song called Maybe It's Me.
Maybe it's me.
Shh. Oh, I mean, weird.
Just so.
Didn't she
But
do?
no,
Didn't she do that? I mean, guys, I'm not exactly. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just let you in on a little secret. I'm not exactly the biggest Taylor Swift guy, but even I know that she's got a song that says, "It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me."
I'm an admirer. I mean, anyone who...
Oh, are you now? I'm such an admirer.
To remember anything. But
Like what?
Yeah, no. That's like the first logical thing that you've applied to her.
I was going to say, the Beatles, Elvis,
as far as looking at her and then going, "Oh yes, you're still a child."
Musical performers.
I'm sorry, I don't mean it like that, because he kind of said that to Bella Thorne, where he's just like, "Yeah, it's because you're still a child," but he was being condescending about it. He was just being like, "Oh, you still don't know anything. You don't even know how to function." That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the just age-wise. Yeah, she is still like, to me, this is a kid.
To have had just immense careers like this, where they dominated beyond just mere culture. I mean, rather real, just the music into the culture. And she has too. So I have to put her in that pantheon. I don't get Michael Jackson also. You know,
Yeah, I like Michael Jackson.
You like it? Who doesn't?
Yeah, he's got good music.
You just said you didn't like him. You just literally said you didn't like him.
Oh, yes. Unconventional babysitter. But
where do you come up with this shit?
Where do I come up with this shit? You are adorable. I don't know. I should be a comedian.
And you just say it so casually, and it
Oh, God.
goes right over my head. I'm like, wait a damn minute.
Yeah. Well, you heard about that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think?
After a while, pedophile.
After a while, pedophile? Is that a saying?
He's a creeper, wasn't he?
Yes. Well, I mean, you know, do we have...
But then again, he's like one of the only ones that got caught doing it, kind of like R. Kelly. Like, who don't we know about?
Very true, especially in the music industry.
Makes you wonder, don't it?
Oh, I don't wonder. I'm...
Oh, that was a bit of that was bordering call out.
I mean the P. Diddy thing.
For himself.
That one went over my head. I forgot about that.
Well, I mean, that certainly exposed just, I think, the beginning of the cracking of the ice, because that goes deep in the music industry. I've known...
What happened to the Jay-Z one, by the way?
known too many people in the music industry, women in the music industry, and the tales they have told.
Okay, guys. He's about to do the thing where he's about to be like, yes, I've heard so many horror stories from women in the industry. We have been watching this. And he's about to say this shit. But okay.
It is...
Here's the shovel. Here's the shovel, Bill. Proceed.
It's relentless, it's never ending, and it's ubiquitous. Do you know what that word means?
That's a large word. Could you explain that?
Well, see, they should have taught you that in school, but it's a good word to know. And you know, when you learn words, as soon as you know them and you hear them, you'll be surprised. Then you'll hear it again quickly, because you actually heard it many times. It just didn't register because you didn't know what it was.
How'd you say that? Ubiquitous?
Ubiquitous.
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 Means everywhere.
Ubiquitous.
Like germs are ubiquitous. Means they're just everywhere. Viruses, we're breathing in trillions of them right now. They're ubiquitous.
Okay, I'm starting to like feel like maybe, just maybe, Bill did have a point about her schooling. Because if
that speaks me a little bit.
When you had your viral moment, you were practically ubiquitous. It was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
And so next time you're interviewed and they ask you about it,
ubiquitous.
You worked out.
I'm going to have to put that in my notes so I don't forget it. Actually, I might need you to sound that out for me afterwards. I'm not the best speller.
You work that in.
Ubiquitous.
You know, just be like, oh, man.
On a napkin, please, because I'm not giving you my number.
I was ubiquitous.
Yeah, bitch.
And then my catchphrase, yeah, bitch. That's also helps.
You can get you like a big light up sign that says, yeah, bitch.
So, all right. So you listen to Taylor Swift and...
All right. Well, let's go.
Who else is
Have
like...
you heard of Take My Cray?
Do you listen to a lot of rap?
I mean, here and there, like old rap, though. I don't listen to much new rap.
What's old to you, old rap? To me, it's like Jay-Z and Tupac. No? You've heard of Jay-Z?
Yeah, and Tupac. I've heard of both of them. I just don't listen to them like that.
Yeah.
Besides that one song Jay-Z's in. It's like, concrete jungle, wet dream tomato. You know, about New York.
What? What dream tomato? Wait, did she just say wet dream tomato? Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
What
the fuck? All right, guys. I know I'm high. I'm high as shit, but tell me that was as funny to
Dream
you.
tomato?
I hope it was.
That's not really what it says, but that's what it sounds like, and that's what I know it by.
What the?
Wet dream tomato.
Wet dream. She totally said wet dream tomato.
Concrete jungle, wet dream tomato.
I mean, but you know, that's been going on for a very long time.
Oh my God.
Lyrics and
Oh my God.
They sound like
Wet
something
dream
else.
tomato.
There was one blinded by the light and then set up like a douche in the middle of the night, and it's like, that can't be it.
Yeah,
I mean,
no. Yeah. Set up like a douche in the middle of the night. And then, I think it's revolution in the middle of the night.
Can't be it.
Comics have other comics have sometimes pointed these out. So I'm stealing their thunder.
But,
there was a song called "Bad Moon Rising."
Although now, just because of the memes, I can't hear "Whoa, Black Betty, Panda Lamp." Whoa, Black Betty, Panda Lamp.
By Creedence Clearwater Revival. I'm sure you're a big fan. And and there's a bad moon rising and something. And it did sound like they were saying, "There's a bathroom on the right."
There's a bathroom on the
And
right.
that is not what they were saying.
I also heard. Yeah, see, okay, I'm glad. At least with like those 70s songs, that was kind of ubiquitous. Hey, but what she's describing, concrete jungle, wet dream tomato. How did she get that from Where Dreams Are Made Of? What? Like, now I really do worry for the kids. What the
so
fuck?
You're not the first one.
Yeah.
But if you mean that New York song, that is a great song. I think Rihanna.
You like it?
Well, I think Rihanna sings the hook on that, doesn't she?
No.
I think so.
Yeah.
No. It's Alicia Keys.
No, it's a great combination. He's a great collaborator.
You guys don't know music. It is.
Jay-Z.
It is.
He's been on my show a couple of times. He
No,
always called
has he?
himself a serial collaborator. I remember that.
Jay-Z's been on here?
No, my other show, my TV show. I know you know it.
I love that. Oh my god, she just did the thing where she was just like, and
You don't know what Daddy does for a living, but
you're not.
I'm a
I watched a little bit while
I'm a
ago.
professor at
Grandpa. You don't know what Grandpa's doing.
MIT.
Oh, you really?
No, that's what Howard Stern used to say. He used to say, "I tell my kids I'm a professor."
A professor.
That was
MIT,
really so
yeah.
funny.
You could be a professor.
I could be a professor. I'm
He
a
looks a
professor.
He said that with a straight face, guys.
Educated.
I'm a professor of show business,
Yeah.
and I think you're smart enough to like absorb what I'm telling you. But I'm telling
I'm sorry. Like, I'm really actually like I'm having a hard time. I got this like buildup of vomit.
you, this is a great opportunity for you to. You should listen to me because this is such
gross.
a crucial moment for you. You're at a crossroads of your life. You've been given this chip. Remember we discussed the chip. Now it's like a lottery. It's like a winning lottery ticket. You could throw it
Like crisps. She was given a lay.
in the garbage, or you could just lose it, or you could parlay it into something
Bigger.
amazing.
Bigger Doritos, tacos, even.
You know, we don't want to see you back at the Spring Factory in 3 years.
No.
See, once you've seen, there's an old saying, how are you going to keep them down on the farm once they've seen Paris?
You know what? I think a better show for her to go on is Caleb Hammer. She should just set up a long-term savings account, high-yield savings account, and that would be a much better show for her to go on. This is predatory and disgusting.
It was a saying.
So
when the boys in America were going off to World War I, did they teach you in school when World War I was?
yeah, I mean, you were there, so why don't you just tell
Sure
her?
they did, but I probably took a nap in that class.
Do you have any idea?
Let's see. I'm going to say it was in the
1914 to 1918.
Okay, I'm gonna walk back something. I kind of agree with Bill Maher on the whole school system thing. Now, it definitely failed. I didn't realize this is how poor the school systems were. I mean, holy crap.
Was World War I. World War II was the 1940s, the first half of the 1940s.
You weren't born yet.
I was not. But it's important that you know these basic markers in history. But anyway, when they were going off and they were going to France, and there was a song, I think it was a song, how are you going to keep them down on the farm after they've seen Paris? Meaning, like, once you've seen something spectacular like that, you can't go back. And you can't go back. You know, now you've seen show business.
Mhm. Now I can't go back to my Spring Factory.
It would be very difficult. You're a celebrity now.
I mean, she is, but that's also like, if you're going to say like long-term celebrity, that's being a little generous. But
I mean, that's
okay.
I don't want you to lose at all your Southern charm and your natural thing. But
Yeah, you do. Go back to what you told her when you were giving her the advice on what to do on her podcast. You know, make a sex podcast. Don't be giggly. Don't be yourself.
yeah, you might consider going with the glass.
You might consider it.
I can see. I can see.
It's okay. That's what they put it in a can for.
Okay.
It's like real
there,
chili.
There might be germs on that can. We were talking about germs being ubiquitous.
Yeah, and guess whose immune system is going to be hella better than yours? Dude, how are you a pothead and you're this afraid of germs.
Don't.
Especially sharing germs. Like, dude, what?
About that. Because I'm going to sit there and think about every person that's touched the rim of it.
I don't know. We're figuring it out.
We are figuring it out.
By the time you leave that seat, we've got to have a clear
I'm going to sit there and sniff it. Sorry.
outline. Because, again, time is of the
Dude, look at the way he's acting.
essence. America gets tired of shit
Oh,
quick.
fuck.
Yeah, they do.
You know, you don't want to
Yeah, I know. Laughing at your own jokes. Very, very fucking funny. Ha ha.
be yesterday's fish. You want to be tired of them before they're tired of you. Let me tell you a story about the Beatles.
Oh, goodness.
Oh, God. Yeah, yeah.
All right, I'm all here for it.
Back in the, when were the Beatles? Do you remember? Do you have any idea what decade that was?
You give me a minute. Hold on.
Well, if World War I was the
70s?
close, 60s.
60s? Okay, I was close.
But I said close.
Right.
I mean, their golden era was in the 70s, I would argue. So,
Give you credit where credit
Well, thank you.
Okay. After Beatlemania, you remember Beatlemania, where the world went nuts, just the way they do for
Oh.
you remember Beatlemania. So you're going to sit there and shit on the school systems, but you're going to think that they taught her about fucking Beatlemania? You're talking to a 21-year-old dipshit.
just like Taylor Swift now.
She's literally just like, okay, Grandpa, I'll entertain this just because, yeah.
Like it's all anybody ever talked
I don't see
about,
where
and
this is going.
You know, there was nobody else who was close to them on the charts. Everything was one group got all the
Dude. Okay, yeah, you could say this about Elvis.
attention and
Where were you going with this? Yay! He just did one of my favorite things that I do where I'm like, and I forgot where I was going with this. Bring it back.
their like fourth album, the first song on it
Yep,
was
right there.
Taxman.
Taxman?
Yeah. And it was kind of their way of saying, like, we're not with the teenagers anymore. We're growing up and we're going to stay ahead of you. Because what could be less interesting to teenagers than taxes?
Yeah.
So that's what you have to do.
No. What? No, that would be assuming that they were going into it with this idea of not wanting to be liked by teenagers. I don't think that was the main reason that they started making music like that, man.
You have to stay ahead.
I think that they started like realizing, oh, you know what? We're already commercially viable because we're just the Beatles, people just like us. Also, I do think that music trends were starting to change a little bit. You know, that whole bowl cut like whole thing was going out of style, and that the styles and all that shifted. And then yes, drugs, lots and lots of drugs.
Keep you where you were.
I gotta get ahead of them.
You got
to get ahead of the Hawk Tua.
Tell them you're Hailey. You've morphed into this. You know, it was great. The origin story. It was great. That was the ashes.
I mean, okay. I'm just going to give him like a little bit of a fair shake here and just be like, okay, so maybe he's not trying to fuck her. Maybe he is just trying to be like, hey, don't burn out your career. That's like the only piece of good advice that I could say that he's given.
From which your phoenix rose
just
from.
Don't burn out your career, and also don't just accept that you're just talking to a girl. Okay, that's pretty decent advice, honestly. I mean, if I was in the position he was doing, like what he's doing right now, number one, that I would also just be like, no, good. I don't really need to interview you, but especially with him putting himself in this like weird, like, you know, I gotta be a teacher, I gotta be a mentor to her. Yeah, like, dude, this is the simplest thing ever. You tell her to do podcasting, or you tell her to start streaming, and just that's it. You know, her personality as a streamer, fuck, man. I don't understand why she wasn't doing this before. And on top of it, now that she has that little bit, I mean, fucking Hawk Tua Girl 420 or whatever the fuck she wants to add to the back. There you go. Or just Hawk Tua Girl. Like, if she wants to play into that, she could actually make a long-term career of streaming.
Shed, the skin it shed.
But because you're so with it, Bill, you know exactly where the trends are going.
It's the egg you came out of. Not that you're a snake or a chicken.
You got a great way of saying things.
But you did grow up on a farm. And now you're this, you're not the worm, you're the butterfly. And you have to demand to be seen that way.
And I'm coming out of my cocoon.
You're coming out of your cocoon, exactly. And, you know, we don't hate the cocoon. The cocoon was great for a while. Who doesn't mind to live in a cocoon?
Yeah, I think it'd be nice. Kind of secluded by yourself.
But it's great to be a butterfly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So who else are you listening to? You listen to
Dude, oh my God, this is the podcast, eh? Like, I mean, you're, dude.
Taylor Swift. You listen to some country guy you never heard of.
Keith Whitley. I can't believe you never heard of Keith Whitley.
You know who I just recently he died, and so
Toby Keith.
Yes.
You like Toby Keith?
I got his 35 greatest hits because I made.
Nothing says youth like I got Toby Keith's 35 greatest hits album to get caught up.
Fun of him back in the day.
Oh, fuck, dude.
Well, you were born in 03? Okay. So that's the year we invaded Iraq. Not that I have to tell you. And the country was very divided.
Yeah, you know what he's doing that thing. Or, not that I have to tell you. Like you already know this. You're smarter. And she's just like, I mean, I just kind of learned that today, but okay.
And Toby Keith put out a song.
I mean, unless again, that could be mean.
Like, put a boot in your ass.
If she actually knows it, then that's cool.
I got to tell you, I like it a lot more now than I did then. Just because the left has gotten so obnoxious that, like, it's, I still think we probably shouldn't have gone into Iraq. But anyway, so I got...
Oh, so you mean you're kind of a little bit of a leftist yourself still, but you're trying to be the cool guy because it's not cool to be on the left right now. It's cool to be part of the center-right grift.
This whole thing.
All right, calm down there, Megyn Kelly.
I like a lot of them.
They're good, aren't they?
There's one called I'm not as young as I once was, but I can do once what I used to do.
I ain't as good as I once was. That one?
Yes.
Yeah.
But what's the second? Not as good as I once was, but I can do once as good as I ever could. That's the idea of it, which I think is so funny and certainly rings true at my age. I'm not as good as I once was, but I can do once as good as I ever could.
What do you think about what's the one I really like? My favorite one's I Want to Talk About Me. Have you heard that one?
Yes.
I love that one.
Very fun. Well, country lyrics are in general very often superior to pop lyrics. Not the best pop lyrics. There are some amazing pop lyrics. I mean, I would put, our greatest lyricists, people I'm sure you know very well, like Paul Simon and Billy Joel. I would put them.
No,
folks, if you're not watching.
Yes, I'm glad at least you've found the humor in that.
Watching this, if you're just listening, you're.
Because the other stuff, I was like, oh, the joke was being lost on me there. Yeah. Like, because, oh, yeah, you're old and she's young. Oh, yeah.
Missing such good two shots with you. You make very good faces. It says it all.
Well, if my mouth don't say it, my face will.
No more of that.
Sorry. It's a bad habit.
So, but country lyrics are generally, they're clever, they're funny, and they're heartful. They're
okay. What the fuck, dude?
Country got to be more like country rock. It totally won me over. But the old...
Okay.
George Strait...
Well, Keith Whitley wouldn't have died.
Of all the country stars, he's the king. Hard rock band. They're not country. What did they... I'm so curious. What did they teach you about the civil rights movement? Or
there we go.
Slavery,
fucking something interesting. Jesus Christ.
Complaints.
Ay, fucking A. That was getting a little...
From school board type people.
Not just boring. That was just like kind of like, all right, dude. Like... This is kind of cringy.
Some stuff I actually did learn a lot about. Like Harriet Tubman, she done the Underground Railroad.
Yeah, she
did.
that.
I know who Martin Luther King Jr. is. Rosa Parks.
You do know who Martin
She's like, I know all my black people.
Luther King. Okay.
And that stuff I actually paid attention to. They interested me. Now you get to like...
What was Martin Luther King trying to achieve? I mean, he was shot in 1968.
He was trying to be fair, was he not?
He was what?
He was trying to be fair.
Trying to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, he was
like
trying
black people equal like white people, you know?
He was trying to get fairness for black people, yes. At a time when it wasn't even necessarily encoded into law, or there was something called the 1964 Civil Rights Act. So that's 1964. I was 8 years old, so it's not a million years ago. You're sitting with someone who was alive when it happened. It was a law that...
He is the weirdest dude that simultaneously tries to be young, but then also ages the shit out of himself, like almost immediately after trying to be young.
And this is 100 years after the Civil War. So 100 years after black people were officially freed, they still needed to pass this landmark legislation to allow them basic things, like, you could use the same bathroom. You weren't allowed to deny them to eat in a restaurant. I mean, or stay at a hotel. I mean, this is pretty basic stuff. They had to fight for it.
Yeah.
They had to fight tooth and nail. Some people would say,
ask her about women's rights.
President
Ask her when she thinks women got the right to vote.
that he was assassinated for it.
I would love to actually see her answer.
You know who that is?
Yeah, I've heard about him. He got shot in the back of the head, didn't he?
Yeah.
In the car. You think our ancestors actually like come out of monkeys?
They
Like, they said they evolved from monkeys and then we're here.
Yeah, that's
of course they evolved, not from monkeys. Monkeys are our cousins, but
It's our cousins.
monkeys and
They
humans
are.
have a common ancestor. Of course.
Yeah, they just got a tail.
You know that in your state of Tennessee, they had a very famous trial called the Scopes trial.
What's that?
In 1925,
oh my God. Well, this is the one time that I'll just be like, all right, Bill, please.
7 years after the end of World War I,
Mm-hmm.
they had a trial where Clarence Darrow and who was it? He ran for president. I forget his name. He was the two most famous lawyers of their day, and one of them
Who cares? Just say two famous lawyers, dude. She's not going to take that, and she's not impressed by the fact that
defended the idea that humans were descended from a common ancestor of apes, primates, which is the truth, and the other one said no, it's not in the Bible. And of course, the people there in Tennessee in 1925 and probably today were very supportive of the idea. It was in the Bible, and it's just offensive to even think that we were evolved. But we did, and it's not offensive, and it's science. And I hope as you go forth in the world, whoever you encounter, you present yourself as someone who believes in the theory of evolution. It's not a theory anymore. Okay, good. So don't even ask the question. We definitely descended from, we all the way from microscopic life. I mean,
One more question for you.
yes.
Why's that lady in the picture got 3 boobs?
What?
she just had a total me moment.
In this picture?
Yep.
Oh, because Gilbert Godfrey did that. He was so funny, wasn't he?
Yeah. She's got 3 boobs. I just happened to glance up and said, what the fuck
I
is
know.
that?
That's a beautiful, beautiful piece. His widow sent me that.
I thought she was going to say a beautiful lady. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Oh, I just noticed there's a blowjob going on in the upper right. Well, that's fucking Gilbert.
Did he draw that?
Yeah. Yeah, he was a very funny comedian.
That's great.
Died a couple of years ago.
That is great.
Brought it right back to that uncomfortable. Oh, I just noticed that she's given a blowjob. Interesting.
So humans are
Jesus
so new.
Christ.
Do you know that? I mean, our species is
Oh,
only
fuck, man.
only
I'd be
a few hundred
pounding those
thousand
White
years
Claw
old.
or those High
You can
Noons,
almost
too.
count the generations.
Fuck.
And we've only been like living the way we live now, not nomadic, roaming around where we were settled,
Punch that fucking
since about
picture if I
10,000 BC. So only about 12,000 years have people like lived relatively close to the way you. Before that, we were just like huddled and wiping our ass with bark
And leaves.
and leaves and shit. Yeah.
Mm.
What kind of house did you have in Tennessee? Was the bathroom out back, or was it inside the house?
No, it's in the
I
house.
know.
Don't worry, it's in the house.
I'm fucking with
It's
you.
definitely in the house. We don't have an
Okay.
outhouse. You
Thank
throw
God.
mulch on
I
this
was
shit.
like, wait a minute, dude. You're
That's
not
the
on
thing
your...
they do up in Canada, isn't it?
What's it?
Like, don't they have outhouses in Canada?
Out
And they
in
don't flush. You
Canada?
just like throw shit on it. Yeah.
I imagine there are places in this world. I certainly wouldn't single out Canada. It doesn't.
That's what I'm always got told. Like, they don't have bathrooms there. They just have
It's
outhouses.
a very sophisticated country.
What? All right. Well, your next assignment is you need to go to Toronto.
Sure is. Yeah.
You will be shocked when you're just like, oh, they got a city. What is this? Oh, they got roads. What? Oh, the bathroom's inside. Oh,
You've been where have you traveled? Where would you like to travel? Have you ever been here before to LA?
I'll take you.
That's
This
Oh
my
is
my
first week.
God,
Your
dude.
first
He's so
week.
creepy.
And you came out here to do a bunch of stuff?
Yeah, a little bit.
A little
I've been
bit.
busy this week. We'll get to have fun next week. I'm going home this weekend, then I'll be back.
Okay, look at you.
We'll
You're
get
in,
to have fun next week.
you're
This
in
is
show,
like
you're in show business.
business, I guess, this week.
Well, I tell you, you are a breath
Wow. We're going to have a party later.
of fresh air for
Well,
a country.
thank you.
No, you are. You're adorable. For a country that needs, a lot of relief. There's a lot of shit going on right now. So, I think you just brought a smile to people's faces, and that's really nice. So,
Well, good.
let them do something for you now. Let them
Okay.
spit on your dick.
No, I don't know about that. I'm a germaphobe.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we're not going to talk about that anymore. That's the origin story.
Yeah.
Right?
Not anymore.
Right. Are you interested in you kids these days? Like I say, you're interested in TV. Do you even know what a TV is?
I watch TV sometimes.
You actually have a TV? Because usually kids your age.
You? What do you know? You don't have kids. You don't have fucking kids. Where the fuck are you going? Where you're getting this information that these people don't have fucking televisions? What the fuck? He's so out of touch that he just made me lose my fucking mind.
They don't even have one. It's like a typewriter to them.
Yeah. TV?
A TV, a television set.
I like watching my TV.
Me too.
I find it comforting.
Me too.
Like you lock yourself in your bedroom.
What? Yes. Okay, Bill. I've seen these kids with their iPads. It's the iPad generation. They just got these small little screens, and you guys just got your little phone screens. You're just always on there. That you'd prefer to go see that. You don't go to movies anymore. You guys are killing entire. What the fuck, dude?
You just watch TV and you don't look at your phone or nothing. Yeah.
How fucking? You're 68 years old. Right there, you sounded like you're fucking 400.
And how much are you on the phone?
I try not to be on it a whole lot.
Like
even before all
do you
this.
use dating apps?
Yes, dude. Oh my God. Here we go. Here we go. What kind of guys do you like?
No.
No. Good.
I'm not interested in
That's so
good. Good.
Good, because that's part of the evil.
It's not like I'm out looking for it either, though. I'm not. Like, if it crosses paths with me, sure, that's one thing. But I'm not out looking for it.
That's a great attitude.
Yeah.
And that's.
'Cause I'm in my prime time, I want to have fun.
Like, my favorite part about her is that she's had like one of the top country stars slide into her DMs, and she showed everybody. She was just like, "Hey, look at this creepy dude." This shit, this is like less overt to her because I don't think that she even really I mean, she has to. She has to. I cannot not give her that credit. She has to see what the fuck is going on here.
I'm here trying to get married the next year. I really just, I don't know, it weirds me out. I'm not like you.
It's a shame Deion Sanders already has the primetime nickname because that would be good for you.
Prime time.
But, maybe he's not using it. You could steal it.
Maybe.
You know him, Deion Sanders?
Nope. I can Google him, though. Don't worry.
You're going to be doing a lot of Googling.
Yeah. I have a lot of research to catch up on.
Jesus. He's the guy who they started to count time again for. Like when he's born, that's how big a deal he was. You think Taylor Swift was big? She had followers. He had some. He had followers. I'm not kidding.
He did.
So, if he ever lived, which is not certain. Anyway, but when he is born, that's when we start counting.
Somehow he makes like the whole atheism thing. Like, I'm an atheist. Full disclosure. He kind of makes me just kind of go, oh, cringe, dude. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, who cares?
Time again. That's when we go from BC before Christ.
I mean, I believe the same thing you do, but you just somehow made it insufferable to listen to.
To AD. They say it doesn't really stand for after death, but it kind of, well, it doesn't because he dies at 33. So yeah, it wouldn't work.
It doesn't. You're a fucking moron. And I love how you're trying to sound smart here. It absolutely doesn't mean that. What about all that Latin that you like, Mr. Maher?
BC probably stands for something. I don't know. That's really what it means.
Jesus fucking Christ. All right.
Like, this motherfucker was such
I don't know, but I'm going to look into it because at least, I got this thing like a fucking phone.
That's really what it is. BC. So that's when BC goes. So when you're talking about BC years, you're counting backwards. Mm-hmm. So 500 BC.
Then you go to like 400 BC.
Right.
Yeah, they talk.
All right, there we go. BC. It actually does. Sorry. I will eat my words on that one. Yeah, because it does actually stand for before Christ. Anno Domini, the year of our Lord. Prominent in Western discourse for centuries, BCE before Common Era, BC and CE Common Era are now preferable. Okay. Got it. Noting the but that was the whole thing. Was like after it's like he died at 33, but then it kept going.
I was that in school. We learned that in like maybe fifth grades when I learned that.
And Greek civilization, one of the early important civilizations that
now I feel like the moron
gave the world so many things that have been carried through, like the idea of democracy and stuff
we
like that.
learned something.
When was that?
I learned something.
That's BC time, so I'll give you that.
It was BC time.
Yes.
Oh, wait a minute. To be fair to me, the whole before Common Era thing, that's what was mixing up.
300, I'd say. I don't know. I'm not confident in my answer.
No. Very good. It's very close.
200s.
No, a little further back. I mean, Athens thrived in the second half of the 5th century BC, which is like the 400s. And then Rome.
We get it, dude.
Rome followed Greece.
We get it.
They've been there.
Did you like it?
Well, it stinks like a turd, but well, it's built on canals.
Ooh, it stinks.
It's just you can be like on that canal and like you'll turn down another street, a street of water, and you just lose your lunch. I mean, it's just like
I can't do smells. I can do
can't
anything
either,
but a
and
smell.
I can't do a city that's built on water. It's fucking nuts, and it floods all the time. I mean, it's gorgeous and romantic, and it's so popular now as a tourist site that they had to institute a fee just to get into the city, just to get into the city, not even do anything.
Just to get in?
Yeah, because it itself is such a big tourist site. Oh yeah.
Right, I haven't planned a
There's a
vacation
lot
yet.
going on in the world.
That I don't know anything about. Yes.
Exactly. You know
You educated me.
You know the Chinese just brought back a rock from the dark side of the moon?
What?
The Chinese sent a probe up to the moon, and they brought back a rock from the dark side of the moon, which we had never done.
Maybe they'll smoke it.
I know.
What does that do? Moon dust. Actual moon dust.
Why? Is that a thing, moon dust?
I don't know.
Oh.
But it's actually like off the moon, though.
Did you see a lot of
Is that a thing? Moon dust? Is that what the kids are doing? I'd like to try that.
opioid abuse in your area of, that's the part of the country that
I don't think.
No.
I don't know. I don't pay attention to that.
you didn't know anybody who was like on Oxy, and they call it the hillbilly heroin.
Again, your generalizations about Appalachia. My God, you really are just like the quintessential American hears fucking something on the news and just goes, oh, that's how this is. This is my preconceived notion, and that's exactly how it is.
That's all I know of. But I don't see anybody openly admitting it,
Christ.
All right, so you don't want to be in, well, TV. What do you think about some kind of TV career?
Yeah, I possibly could. I got some acting classes.
Acting?
Maybe.
Oh, well, this is a twist in the plot.
Maybe. I said maybe. I don't know. I'm keeping my options open. I could do it, possibly.
You have to be very dedicated.
Maybe not acting. Maybe like reality TV or something.
I think it'd be a shame because your own personality is so good.
Mhm.
It's like sometimes people still will say to me, "Oh, you're an actor." And I'm like, "No, I'm not. That is not what I am. I'm almost the opposite of an actor, and I take pride in that. Like, no, I'm me. I'd rather be playing me all the time than be playing somebody else.
Phony character.
Well, not that it's not phony. I mean, there's brilliant people who do acting, and they do it at an amazing level, and it's great and entertaining, and I'm glad they do it.
It is entertaining.
But so for some of us, it's just not right. I think we're going to want to see, yeah, that little face doing that shit.
Yeah.
This guy is such a fucking creep.
That's it.
We'll get it figured out.
Yes, I'm telling you, you got to strike while the iron's hot.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to want to travel,
face.
right? You want to know where you are.
Oh my
You
God.
want to know,
Like, this is actually kind of giving me a headache. Like, it's bad.
You said Rome. You want to go to Rome? Anywhere else that spring to mind? Paris?
Yeah,
The
I want to
places-
go to Paris. I think it'd be fun.
Yeah, you got to go to the places they put on Instagram.
Yeah, all the hype places. I want to go see them.
Is that what you
Like
see?
the Eiffel Tower,
Is that
that'd
what
be
you see on Instagram?
Stuff like that.
I see. So
Mhm.
that's what you see. And you see something and you would want to go there. What about London?
I could go to London. I could. I'm never not down for a trip.
I think we need to conquer America first.
Yeah. I'm just
We?
getting to explore all this.
Well, it could translate overseas or it could not.
I can't wait for this whole, like, okay, I'll see you later. Bye.
But we know here in America, you've captured the country by storm. So let's just use our strengths, our adorableness, our innocence,
Well, thank you.
that all, and figure out what the next step is for Hailey and not, let's just call her HT.
Yeah. We'll get there. Don't worry.
All right. Am I going to do anything for you in this business? Be happy to.
Well, thank you.
You're a delight. And you're just like when the Beatles came in 1964. We had just been through a terrible time with the Kennedy assassination, as you remember, was 1963.
Got shot in the back of the head. Yep.
You remember that part. And
She's the Beatles to our post-Trump assassination attempt world. Hawk Tua girl bringing us all together.
and
The
they
fuck?
came along and just reminded the country of just
She's
joyful
got
innocence
the power
and
of
laughter.
the Beatles.
And that's what you've done. Slightly less musically talented
Yeah,
in your
I can't
approach.
dance.
I know. But just keep doing that, okay?
I will.
All right.
Oh my God. Okay. Well, thank God for that being over, and I never want to do that again. Oh. All right. We did it. I wasn't planning on watching the full thing, but apparently the back half had some more clips, which I really should have listened to my gut on that. Like, once they started getting into country talk, I was out. But yeah, I think that we got the full vibe there. Yeah, if you guys can still watch Bill Maher and just be like, he's not one of the creepiest people ever, I don't know how you came out of that with that opinion, because I feel like I need a shower. Like, I don't say that lightly. Like, I legit feel just dirty and like, like, and if that was my sister, by the way, like, oh, I'm not going to go out and do the thing where it's like, I'd beat his ass. I'd show that guy something. Yeah, no, I would just, I'd write him a very mean-spirited email saying, respect my sister, damn it. Or I just tell her, hey, do not listen to that fucking, like, actually, no, I'll be real. If that was my sister, I would, number one, just tell her, like, hey, be careful of this guy. He's got a reputation of hitting on younger girls, like, before she even goes on the show. And then I would also just be like, and just be fully aware of what he's doing. But I think she was. She handled herself masterfully, and I still can't get over just how fucking creepy he is. Ugh. Well, I appreciate you guys checking this out. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'm trying to get to 1,000. So yeah, I'll see you in the next one.